What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell twice so that way y'all get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope y'all are doing well. Just want to go ahead and let you know it is 75, but the wind is out here windmilling, people. So if you hear something in the background, no one is tearing stuff up, alright? It's just the wind blowing. See, I'm trying to tell you something. So anyhow, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing swell. And I hope y'all are staying safe and being happy and healthy. Okay, I touch and agree with everybody on that. Amen? Amen. So anyhow, go ahead and get your water, get your wine, child. Go ahead and get whatever it is that you sipping on. Get it and bring it close. Now, I know I've been MIA, but I know it's been warming up outside. So you know, I've been there, and everywhere else. But I hope y'all doing all right. 2022 so far has been making people work 4 times as hard as what they did back in 2019. I'm trying to tell you something. Like, if you are not busy, something's just not right. Something's just not right. But either way you look at it, I'm glad to see y'all again. Yeah, so go ahead and get what you need to get it and bring it close, because I know y'all saw that thumbnail and said, hold on. Yes, I'm gonna give y'all a little story time with this as well. Okay, now I may be telling part of my age. I may be going back and back down memory lane with some of this, but I think it's something good to revisit. Okay, now let me see. I want to say back in '94, around that time, '94 or so, there was this place where I'm from. It was in downtown Portsmouth at that time. Like, it was where the new community college is in downtown Portsmouth. Okay, shouts out to 757. So back then, as long as the field trips were to things that were within the district, you know, it was kind of like a protocol to have it in the curriculum, such as home economics, etc. You know, knowing how to do the basics, take care of yourself. So Safety Town was kind of like school outside of school. It was mainly for prevention purposes, kind of like DARE, letting you know what to do if this was to be the case. This is what you need to know to not be in these type of situations, etc. And so Safety Town had these makeshift little houses. They were so cute. Even back then, I was like, oh, they're so cute. Talk about tiny houses, for real. Okay, so they had like different little houses and stuff. They had little streets and what may have you marked and everything. And yes, the teachers will either hold the stop signs, or the teachers will be in town center in the middle, being able to stand up and be able to watch everything that's going on. But there was also a time where Safety Town offered fire prevention curriculums and field trips to kids, so that way they incorporated all into one. And so you learn how to get out of a burning building, a burning house, you know, stay low to the floor, don't touch the doorknob with this part of your hand. I'm giving y'all history. Don't touch the doorknob with this part of your hand, touch it with this part of the hand, because this part is more sensitive to this one, you know what I'm saying? So they taught us that. They taught us, you know, when we were riding our bikes or whatever, and that was a good one for you. You hear me? They say with your left hand, you say, you know, right turn, left turn. You know what I'm saying? You about to stop. You doing all this. You turning into an intersection. I remember all of that. I'm getting to a place. Just follow me. All right. But nonetheless, all of these things, even when you went to driver's ed, by the time you got into, you know, junior high or high school, whatever the case may be, did you not have to learn to use the signal? Not just the signal and you turning, you know, like you were on a bike, but you actually had to know where the turning mechanism in the car is, or that vehicle was, in order for you to pass the test to be able to go out and drive on the road. Like everything tells a story, and everything gradually gets you to the next point in place. Okay, so mainly they taught us in Safety Town to stop, look, and listen. They taught us how to stop, look, and listen. And the older you become, it's almost like it's just word problems. Word problems. These days and times, if you were to take stop, look, and listen and move it towards today's time, it's listen, accept, and hear. Listen, accept, and hear. You want to rewind what I just said? Stop, look, and listen. You can't tell me there is no similarity. So again, sometimes with people, situations, elements, and circumstances, we gotta go back to Safety Town, because that's exactly what's going to happen. If people can only understand stop, look, and listen has a maturity with it as well. It cuts down tons of hostility. It cuts down tons of miscommunication. And I think honestly, if we only knew how to signal before we really get to know folks, I think we will have less accidents in real life where personalities don't mesh well together. Oil and vinegar, apple and orange situations, they won't be at an all-time high. I literally just got a tweet not that long ago about in Winston-Salem in North Carolina, there was 100 fired shots into an apartment complex and only one person got hurt. Listen. See, stop, look, and listen. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Listen. This is how I think about it, right? Because if everybody's in trying times, everybody's in this safety town, if all of us are in trying times, why would we not try to help each other? Now look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell a millionaire from a person that's white collar or blue collar, you know, if you mind your business and they're not as flashy and out there. That's different. But when it comes down to the fact of, if you know a limit, if you know what you can do to be able to help someone else, do it, because it's going to make it far easier to deal if you just understand, accept, and hear. That's just the bottom line. And if everybody's able to do just a little bit to help someone who is humble enough to understand, like, look, everybody doing their signals, everybody knowing what the protocol is to do the simple things to help make sure everybody survives, man, the town will be safe for you and others. But we all have to get to that place where we use that same mentality that they give us and they teach us in Safety Town. They teach us in driver's ed. They teach us in health. They teach us in sex ed. They teach us, with making sure that we take classes and sign up for courses that make sure they help you become better. If we only can take the Safety Town concept and really apply it to, there's going to be a circle or a group of people that they feel like they can give up on themselves. Okay, but it's only going to take them, it's only going to take their decision to make that difference. We're going to deal with the ones that understand that, there's a difference between path and a journey. And a lot of times the journey is longer than what it needs to be, because we always doing things that we are having no business involving ourselves in the first place. A path, I think, is shorter than a journey, but depending on where you're trying to go, it can vary. It can vary. Just as well as if you don't signal and someone don't see you, damages may vary. Harm may vary. Anxiety may vary. But we have to be mindful of ourselves. We got to be mindful of others, Don't nobody like their stuff that they work hard for wrecked and pissed on. So in order for the community to stay as safe as possible, we have to respect each other appropriately. Point blank, period. You respect things appropriately. You treat things as they need to be nurtured and needed and to be essential. And everything else will grow and prosper. But we have to get past, we got to get past that man perspective. Like, we got to be seen to be heard. They don't mean the same thing. They don't mean the same thing. Apples and oranges. I mean, that's all I hear. So, by all means, give me a thumbs up and tell me down below. What did you learn in Safety Time? I want to know. I want to know. Because I know for sure. I remember when they used to do the smoke and stuff. Now, going back to those days, I don't remember my parents signing that off on a permission slip. You know, like, those are the early stages. Your child could have asthma. You know, you fucking around with smoke and artificial flames. You don't know if my child's hyperactive. And for me, they always used to be like, okay, well, you got to get down low. And you got to touch the doorknob. Okay. And I damn sure understand if I kick the door open, all that oxygen is going to take over this room. So the only other way out will be through the window. See, and then what's so crazy is they had a nerve to tell us, you need to squint and see. How am I supposed to get out if my damn eyes closed? No. Hell to the no. So I made sure certain things, even down to cooking, I would not leave that stove. The old folks tell us this. The ancestors tell us this. When you cooking, you don't leave that room. You don't, especially if you're not good at it, you don't leave that room. No, you don't leave that. You stay there. You stay there so that way it prevents you having to go back to Safety Town nature and protocol to survive. You can't tell your story if you ain't living. So come on, let's make the world safe. Not only for you and me, but for others. So anyway, I'm about to be up out of here. I got places to go and people to see. So be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. This episode is sponsored by HP. Now, I heard that wedding season about to be popping ton. You hear me? Popping ton. And as far as the ones who are definitely going to school virtually or on campus, I have something for y'all with this sponsorship. Now, whether you print at home or you want an endless ink supply, I've had HP printing for about a good 10 years. And what I love about HP printing is the fact of literally there is a printing plan for anybody's budget, ranging from $3 to $25. And you have rollover pages where if you don't print that much in that month, you can always roll it over to the next month. That is perfect for caterers. That is perfect for wedding planners. That's perfect for students that are in school. And you know damn well you got to sit there and prioritize and make a budget to be able to stay focused. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. I will be sure to put all that information down below. And also, since it's sitting right there, another thing that I like is the fact of I don't have to talk to anybody at HP. No, I'm serious. Like, I don't have to talk to anybody at HP. When you sign up for your HP plan, for your printing plan, it also manages your ink levels as well. So literally, they can send you ink as you need it. And they'll send you a notification. They'll let you know when it's in your mailbox. I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to sit here and have anybody explain anything to me. It's very easy, simple, flat out, and plain. That's how I like it. Cost effective. I don't have to talk to nobody, and everything is good in the neighborhood. So I'm going to go ahead and encourage y'all down below, all my bloggers, all my gossip bloggers. Y'all love writing stuff down and giving us the news. I be in the bushes, in the trees, on the beaches and everything, in the parks. I be everywhere listening. All right, this is for you too. This is for you too. So be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. Go over to the Warrior community so that way you get to know what is coming up for our book club as well as our upcoming lineup for all of our Tea Talk episodes, and our Doubtfire gatherings. Okay, so go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Meet us over there in the Warrior community. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later.